everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year. Yes, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support, or at least for watching Vlogmas. That is my first Vlogmas, ever trying it, and I really enjoyed vlogging. And so in this video today, I just want to talk to you guys about, my plans for 2018. I also asked you guys to send me some questions because I want this to also be like a Q&A type video as well. And just sort of like my approach to my YouTube channel and vlogging and stuff this year. It is going to change slightly. I want to diversify my content. I'm personally so over makeup tutorials. I feel like if I do another one I might barf. How are your first days of vlogging like? Okay, so I've been blogging technically since 2011. When I was still in uni, my blog was like, was it a blog? Like, it was just random. And my main focus there was fashion. But I think I'll answer your question from when I went full-time, which was the year before last year. So I've been full-time for 2 years now. I think last year was my most challenging year, just in terms of busyness. I shouldn't say challenging. I think God really blessed me last year. I think I was very blessed to consider myself busy and to be booked. I think to be someone who works for yourself and you actually are busy, I think there's something to be really thankful for. I think last year I really saw what this really is about. Sorry, this foundation is very thick and I freaking love it, and I'm surprised it's the right shade. But yeah, you know what I just realized this morning? I don't have a 2018 diary. So when I finish filming this video, I need to go to the mall and sort out my life. I don't have a diary. I haven't done that yet, so yeah. Did you ever feel discouraged on how to keep... So last year was quite challenging in terms of anxiety and insecurities. I touched on this very, very briefly in one of my vlogs, my first vlog for Vlogmas. And reading from the comments and stuff, I really wanted to thank you guys with regards to that. Your positivity towards what I spoke about very briefly as well. I'm not well versed on the subject of anxiety and whatever, and I didn't want to put a label on it, but I definitely felt some sort of angst. And I was very anxious about work, and I have been anxious getting back to work this year, but I feel good about it now. And I think it's very important to have a very good support system, and have your support system understand sort of what this is about. And the only way they can understand is obviously if you explain it and talk about it. So I think having a good support structure, good people around you who necessarily aren't in the industry. I think have people who aren't in the industry give you support because they have a sort of level-headedness about them. And how did you keep pushing? You guys, I rarely receive negativity. I rarely receive negative comments and stuff, and generally things are quite positive on my platforms. If I do see anything negative, I take it away. So I only focus on you guys who are positive and who just always say comments or tweet me things like, oh, when are you posting, I miss your videos, stuff like that. Like, I think you guys push me. So what are your... Okay, Miss Lee Ray asked, what are some of your goals for 2018? I don't want to be coy and say I'm keeping that to myself, but honestly I think that's where I put a lot of pressure on myself last year. Where I was like, I needed to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, and when I wouldn't get done, panic attack. So I think for me, my main goal is more on the mental health side, and just always my goal for 2018 is to simply protect my peace. That's it. I do have physical goals in terms of work and stuff like that, but I think for now I want to protect that and protect my peace, that, you know, within that, and just not really vocalize it, and rather just you guys will see the fruits of my labor. And yeah, what's your favorite drugstore makeup product? Okay, before we get into that, let me conceal. I'm gonna conceal, oh fuck, this is the wrong concealer. The concealer I'm using today is the Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer. This I saw in the store a few months ago and I wanted to buy it, but it was like 500 rand. And I couldn't understand why a concealer is 500 rand. I still can't understand it, because foundations are 500 rand. But anyway, I picked up the shade Golden. My favorite drugstore makeup product, drugstore as in Clicks or Discam or whatever, I think it would be something by NYX Cosmetics. Probably the NYX foundation, Total Control Drop foundation. It pops. It really pops, I won't lie. Okay, Wandile Buthelezi asked, what is it like to be an influencer in South Africa? How competitive is it? And just general views on it. I don't know, I've only experienced being an influencer here. I think it's tough sort of in terms of brand collaborations, but I think that's changing slightly. I was gonna say that some brands are still, ooh, wow, this oxidized so much. It just got so much darker. Yo, can you guys see the difference between my face and my neck? I think the challenge lies in getting brands to sort of want to work with you, especially if you're starting out. I think the whole influencer, the concept of influencer marketing is still something quite new, and something I think brand managers and, you know, brand execs sort of need to just get educated on and actually realize the true benefits of it and exactly how it can help business. Competition is healthy, but I don't know if it's that competitive yet. I think there's so much space for more people to just, you know, flourish and take advantage of the platform and stuff like that, of the social media platforms in this country. I think there's a lot of space, and I don't know if there's intense competition like that. I think there's room for more. What do you like doing in your spare time? I like going to restaurants. I love restaurant hopping. I love exploring, going to new places. I love traveling. I love going to like wine farms. That's what I love, and that's what I like to do in my spare time. But now that the holidays are over, that's gonna change. Okay, Takunda asked, if you were not doing makeup, what would you do? And can you film a morning routine? Your videos are just life. Thank you so much. I think I would be in this, I think I would be in the industry one way or another, whether it be working for a magazine or you know, being the beauty editor of something or whatever. I did fashion and lifestyle journalism, so I think somehow I would still be in the beauty industry. Music Love Child asked, what did you do on New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve I went to my brother's place. We just had a braai, we played card games, we played 30 seconds, and then after that I went to church, and then after that we went out, very sort of like briefly. Mbo asks, I've always wanted to know what you studied in the UK. Okay, in the UK I studied fashion and lifestyle journalism at London College of Fashion. What's the brand name and color of the lipstick you have on? Okay, I don't know if this is in response to the picture which I used to post the tweet, but I was wearing Ruby Woo by MAC. Mrs. KR asks, can becoming a full-time blogger sustain a comfortable lifestyle? I think if you work hard at it and you really push yourself and you work hard at it to get paid jobs and stuff, it could somewhat. A comfortable lifestyle. What's comfortable? I think comfort levels of comfort are different for everyone. I'm not comfortable. I'll be comfortable in a mansion driving a big body Benz. Samke asks, what would you ever consider doing a makeup class? Guys, I get this question so often, and it's something I want to do so desperately, which I'm going to do this year. I keep saying that. I feel like I keep saying that. I feel like such a failure when I say I'm gonna do it, and then the year passes, goes and comes and goes, and I haven't done shit. Atabela asks, please give tips on how you edit your Instagram pictures to look so professional and how to approach brands. My Instagram pictures, I use 3 different apps. First of all, most of my pictures I take with my phone. So I use 3 different apps to edit. I use Facetune to either whiten the picture, whiten the background, whiten white walls, or smooth out my skin a little bit. And then I use PicTapGo to just add a bit of contrast, vibrancy, crispiness to the image. And then on some occasions I use DSCO or Vasco Cam to add like those cool filters and stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like everyone's hopped onto this Vasco, so everyone's Instagram looks the same these days. I plan my Instagram posts, so I use an app called Untitled, and I plan my Instagram pictures to see how I want it to lay out, and if there's a theme and it doesn't match and whatever. How to approach brands. I think what's good is to sort of have like a bio of yourself. So have like a 1-page PDF that sort of explains in a nutshell who you are, what do you do, what you can bring to the table, and why they should be involved. And yeah, have a cute picture of yourself as well, link to your content as well. And I think that's the best way to approach brands. If you want to be taken, if no one is really reaching out to you, I don't think there's any harm in, you know, approaching them and just putting your feet out there and letting them at least know who you are. Okay, Miss Motlale asks, what app to use to edit videos for YouTube with other laptops that are not Mac? Windows computers have Windows Movie Maker, and I think you can have Final Cut Pro on Windows computers. You just download the appropriate app for Windows, and yeah, I think Windows also has Final Cut Pro. That for me is like the best one. So Miss Nessa asked such a good question. How has been the journey to collaborating with so many brands, build your brand into what it is now? Is it a case of reaching out to brands, or is it production of your content that got you noticed? So when I went full-time in 2016, I had a job previously where I was on the receiving end. So I was working for an established digital company, digital marketing company, and it was brands that were approaching us, or approaching me and my managing editor, because I was the junior beauty editor, and approaching us to work with us and sort of ask us if they could advertise or do campaigns with us or whatever. When I went full-time, I was on the other spectrum of that now. So I had built relationships with these people already, but when I sent an email out saying, hey, I'm doing this now, whatever, I'd love to still work with you guys, to work with you in a different capacity, no one responded to me. All I got were, oh, congratulations, all the best for the future, we will keep you in mind if anything, you know, if anything comes through. You know, those polite rejection emails. So I was like, nice, okay. It humbles you a little bit. And I'm also not someone who begs. I don't like to beg for your time or your attention. So I was like, okay, it's fine. Let me just focus on my content and just focus on producing good content, and let the work speak for itself. Maybe once I've you know, done more work and people can actually see what I really the quality and my skills and what I want to do and stuff, then maybe that will help. So that did help. I just focused solely on my content, making sure I was producing good content. I was very consistent, and that's what happened. So now brands were coming to me, but there obviously are certain brands that wait for, I just couldn't wait for you to notice me. I sent them an email again, and I sent a bio of myself again, just to be like, listen, I really want to work with you. But then at that time, I think I sort of like gained a few following, a bigger following, and I had a whole lot more videos out, and people started to already, like, brands already like were aware of me. I was doing campaign work already. Sorry, this thing. So I think it's become a 50-50. There are brands that I really want to work with one day. I want to work with Dior, I want to work with La Prairie, I want to work with, you know, amazing brands. I want to work with hotels, I want to work with spas, I want to work with travel, tourism, you know, agencies and stuff. So I think with that, because I am in the field of beauty, when it comes to like tech companies that I want to work with, or travel and tourism companies I want to work with, I think it'll have to be a case of me approaching them. When it comes to beauty, I sort of just let things happen as they should. But definitely, I mean, I approached Chanel. Makeup is lit. But yeah, so I think it's a case of both. I think you can never be too confident and stuff as to assume work will always come to you. I think you always have to just be proactive, and, you know, yeah, proactive, and be careful of assuming that people will just clock onto you. I think you have to show determination and persistence, and it'll reward you. But I also think there's a certain, I'm someone who's turned off by desperation. Like, don't be desperate, be very self-assured. If you know what you're doing is lit, it's gonna pop off, don't worry about it. What camera do you use for blogging? I use two different cameras. I have one camera for vlogs, a smaller camera for vlogs, and a bigger camera for what I'm doing now. So the camera I'm using here is the Canon 750D, very entry-level DSLR. It does the job for me. Maybe I'll upgrade one day, but it's working really fine for me at the moment. And for vlogging, I use my Canon EOS M6. Andrea Reynolds, how are you able to afford all the luxury things that you purchase? What are your saving techniques? Good question. Okay, let me get into my eyeshadow while I answer that question. I think you have to always live within your means. That's the most important thing for me. But I'm also somebody who, I think I do a lot of research before I spend my money. And I really ask myself, why do you want this? And will I get a lot of use out of it? And I never was a good saver. I never was someone who could save money ever. I only started saving money last year. So I've been saving for like a year. Sometimes you dip into your savings, sometimes you don't. You know, this blogger life, it's not you don't have a stable income, not a steady paycheck. But I feel like I've maintained a good savings account, and I'm not someone who needs a lot of money to survive. So I still live at home. I feel like I don't want to move out until I get married. Maybe not, I don't know. But at least I don't want to move out and rent. I don't want to move out to rent. I want to move out because I've bought a house. That's my feeling on the situation. And so I don't really need a lot of money to survive. I need money for petrol, and I need money for, you know, my coffee, or once in a blue moon lunch dates or dinner dates or whatever the case may be with friends. So if I receive like 10,000 rand, 8,000 rand goes into my savings. Like, I've got no use for 8,000, I've got no use for 10,000 rand. So it's very easy for me to just like put, like, just once money comes in, I just chuck it. I have an interest savings account that, you know, that accumulates interest when I have money in there. So I feel like ever since opening that account really helped me. I don't have an account store card. I don't have anything like that. My phone is prepaid, so, which is really bad if I want to buy a house and need a credit record, but I'll get to that when I get to it. That's just how I do it. And at the end of the year is when I typically spoil myself and splurge. So I can save for the whole year, and then when end of year comes, I'm like, you know what, I want to treat myself, and I've got more than enough money to do it. And I always believe that when you are buying something and it is like a treat or you're spoiling yourself, you should be able to buy that thing 3 times over and not be broke. A watch, or like you want to buy a Rolex and you're wondering, can I afford this Rolex? If you can buy it, like if you can buy 3 Rolexes that day and you will still have money, you can buy it, boo. That's sort of like the rule of thumb that I go for. that I go with. Miss Beepsy asks, you're beautiful, thank you, and I love your videos. How do you deal with hate from the beauty industry community? I imagine you have to look a certain way and be a certain way, so how do you deal with that? Like I said, guys, I don't really receive a lot of negative comments and stuff. Well, no one says it to my face, or no one says it to me. I have received 1 or 2, but you know that shit gets blocked immediately or deleted, so I don't have time for it. And I'm not gonna sit in here and say, oh, I have such a thick skin, or I'm not affected by stuff. I'm very fucking affected, okay? I'm gonna say that. Like, I get touched, I get in my feelings, and I remember. But I'm also somebody that like, if you do something to, like, you know, shady, or you try to cross me or whatever, there's no room for reconciliation. Like, you're just out of my life. I'm sort of like a good riddance person. Like, I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk, which I think you also have to be very careful of the connections you make in the industry that you're in, whether you're in corporate or whatever industry you're in. I think I've always believed in keeping work and personal life separate. These little industry friends, these little work colleagues, where even if you work in an accounting firm or a law firm, be cautious, because we all want the same thing. We're all running after the same thing, and you can't get in your feelings when someone crosses you or shades you to better themselves and they get that promotion over you. Because what did you expect? Like, we you know. So I think I don't have time for hate. If you don't like my videos, if you don't like what I do, don't watch it, please. Just click X and go on about your life. I'll go on about mine. We're not gonna cry over spilled milk. I imagine you have to look a certain way and be a certain way. I think you're talking about, like, maybe, you know, being skinny in the beauty industry, like having a certain physique and stuff. I think we are living in a time where, you know, being different is more accepted. We're living in the age of plus size girls, you know, we're doing the damn thing, hey. But I think in so doing, at this moment in time, I'm trying to just be healthy. So I'm starting off this year trying to make more healthier decisions in terms of my eating and stuff. I would never want to, like, lose weight because of pressures from the industry or whatever. I think that's a mistake in itself. I think my main goal is to just be healthy and, you know, take care of myself, my body and my mind. So once that's done, I think once I get a hang of that, I think anything else I'm not really concerned with. I've always maintained that there's someone who will always be prettier than you. There's someone who will always be younger than you. There will someone who has more flawless skin than you. There's someone who will have a fuller hairline than you. There will someone who will have juicier lips than you. Someone will have a pistol nose. Someone will have beautiful Asian eyes. Someone will have thicker eyebrows, longer eyelashes. So, I mean, if that's where your mind is in terms of, you know, believing that, I mean, it is true. I'm not going to be naive and say, oh, there's no standard, there's no beauty standard. Women have been pressured for so many years. By the way, have you guys listened to Oprah's Golden Globe speech? Because
I know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have.
Do you have any hidden talents or anything weird that you do we didn't know about? No, I'm a plain Jane. I ain't got shit. I used to think I could sing, but I've been told very many times that I can't. So I was very musical when I was a child, so I've played piano. We have a piano at home. I played violin. Very musical child. I'm coming, the door is ringing. Guys, we're getting nowhere with this makeup. I need to hurry up. Basically, to use when applying falsies is definitely Duo Lash Glue, which is this one here. Do you do people's makeup for events in Cape Town? And if you do, how much do you charge? I don't do that. How many children do you think you'll have with your future husband? I want 3 children. I see myself having 3 children. I don't know, I feel like it's a nice number. My parents had 2, me and my older brother. But I think we were 4 years apart. So 4 years apart and to be different genders, I think is a big difference in sort of like, you know, growing up and whatever. You can't really relate. I never could relate to him when I was younger. We fought all the time. So I think I want to have 3 so that, you know, they all, if one is busy, one has someone, if one has someone, all 3 of them coming together, there'll always be someone for you. So I think 3 is a really nice number, and I'd like them to be close in age. My dream is to have 2 twin boys who are older and 1 girl. I just want 1 girl. I can have 2 boys, but I just want 1 girl. I don't want 2 girls. Oh no, I don't want 2 girls. I just want 1 girl and 2 boys. Someone asked, what size are you? I usually, where do you buy your clothes? Which brand is your favorite? What size am I? You guys are bold. How do you ask a woman what size she is? I won't say that because I'm work in progress. Where do I buy my clothes? I normally do online shopping, and I really like buying from Superbalist, and I really love Misguided. That's one of my favorite brands. Okay, Call Me Angie says, do you have advice for people who struggle with other people talking about their weight and how they need to go to the gym? I stay far away from family events and going out because I'm so scared of how people will judge me and how I've gained weight. Girl, we live the same life. I have family members that constantly have to talk about my weight. Who asked you? Who? People are brave. That's all I can say. It's so difficult when family are the instigators of this topic, because that's the one place where you want to feel the most safe and accepted. So that's my biggest issue with family. You can say it once, if you've noticed I've gained weight, okay, I'll give you 1 free pass to say something, because obviously maybe we haven't seen each other in a long time, or you know, I have put on weight and you know, oh, it's maybe the first thing you noticed. But I think whether we're family or not, there's a certain etiquette to handling that situation. I feel like family believe that because they are family, they can get away with saying things unfiltered, and I think that's such a dangerous line to walk. About the way you say stuff as well. So I can understand what you're saying. I can understand that feeling of anxiety. There've been situations where I've been around family and I'm so afraid to dish my food. Just the other day I was eating pizza. It was a leftover pizza I had at lunch, and I didn't feel like a stew or whatever. It was like a thin crust gourmet pizza. Okay, it's okay. And I didn't want to eat like a heavy stew or like potatoes or whatever. And this person says to me, oh, are you really going to eat that? Why are you eating carbs? Like, do you have to do that? I know how you feel. It's shit. It sucks. But I think the best thing I can do, I would advise you to do, is one of 2 things. Make a public statement. Either send a broadcast message to your family chat, or the next time you do go to a family event, say, I find it so rude and appalling that every time I come to an event, someone here has to comment on A, B, and C. I know I've picked up weight. I'm the one who sees myself every day of my life in the mirror. I don't need you guys to tell me anything other than that. Anything anyone has said up to today, I've forgiven you. I'll give you a free pass. But from the future, please hold your mouth. Because the one place I expect to feel safe, you guys are making me feel some type of way. It's making me not want to be around you. As for other people, I really get affected by what other people think about my weight. You don't know me. If you even come to me, you'll have water thrown in your face. Don't even have that boldness or that confidence to come and say anything to me if you don't know me. I'll pray for you. I pray you don't do that. I pray you don't come for me if I don't know you. But a tricky one. I'm sorry, that sucks. But as long as you are happy, I think what's more important is you being happy, and also working to be healthy as well, which is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, and not to form bad habits, which I have formed. I've formed bad habits in terms of my eating, but I think just be healthy in your choices. Doesn't mean go on a diet and lose 10-20 kilos. If you are healthy and happy at a size 16, girl, live your truth.
Speaking your truth.
And I have gained so much weight over the last 2 years. I've put on weight over the last 2 years. I'm aware of the weight gain that I've had. Today I'm using the Fashion Breed lashes by Aquila. So excited, I've never worn these before. One of my goals for 2018, just thinking about one of those questions, is to travel this year. Oh, like I want to go to Marrakesh, Spain. I've seen packages, but they also include Portugal. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'd want to see in Portugal. Like, there's also nice architecture and history and culture there. But I really just want to do Spain and Marrakesh this year. While my eyelashes dry, I'm gonna highlight. I'm going to use this Afterglow palette from Urban Decay, and I'm gonna use NSFW. Yeah, I really want to go to Marrakesh this year. There's a hotel called, I think it's Alphen. It's owned by Richard Branson's sister. Most photographed hotel. One of the most photographed hotels in 2017. You see that? You see those pictures of people hanging out by like a pool with like mosaic tiling and really like Moroccan style tiling. So gorgeous. I really want to go there this year, and I would feel like I'll just be in Morocco for like a day, just like one night sleepover, because I've heard not so good things about our northern brothers up there. Race wise, I don't think they're that accepting. These lashes are so glam. I feel like I've forgotten how to do lashes. These Urban Decay highlighters are, oh, this color is so pretty. I'm gonna set my face with the Glam Glow Setter. The hair I'm rocking is from DY777 Hair. And they sent me a deep wave wig, and these are the natural curls of the hair. I gave it a nice wash and I let it air dry, and then I've just put a defrizz serum on it by John Frieda, and this is how it looks. I hardly did anything to the wig. I just opened up a parting here. This hair is from DY Hair 777, DY Hair 777. It is a 180% density deep wave full lace wig, and this was 20 inches, I think. So really nice. I've never had deep wave hair before. I have a kinky curly wig, which is such a nightmare in terms of making sure it looks delicious and luscious and soft and moist. But this one is, it seems like really nice quality. I've worn it a couple of times. I wore it throughout December, and I found the best thing to do is to finger comb it as opposed to using an actual comb or brush. Shedding is it is a thing, and I've realized that shedding is a thing with curly hair. Doesn't matter where it's from, your curly hair will shed. But I think it's really important to always like keep it conditioned, keep it moisturized, and you know, but not with too much product. I think be careful of the amount of product you put in. Okay, so that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching my first video for 2018. Thank you guys for sending in all of your questions for the question and answers of this video. I'm so sorry if this video was so long. I don't know what's going to be when I'm editing it. And I will see you on Thursday.
I make time for the things I like. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we can do this all night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you only live once, live life.